Hello and welcome to my weekend review. It's Jean with Captain Stitches. Welcome everyone. Come on into the Stitching Cottage and let's see what I have been doing this past week. Of course, still working on that organization, but it's going to take a while for that, and soon I will be able to do some revealing on that for all of you. But let's get right into what I have been working on and what I have been able to get accomplished. And once again, I gotta let you know, Little Whip, who's not so little anymore, is down here because the minute I turn this video on, he seems to get the cue of lights, camera, action, and goes into action mode. So we will let him have his little highlight, put him down, and hope that he behaves the rest of the video. So there goes Whip, hopefully, but no, he's right here wanting my attention. But we will work through it. So you know that I have been working on brain fog, and I have been sharing that quilt that I am designing with you and my designing process along the way. So on Friday, I was working on these flying geese units, and I do have them all, get to the end there, stitched together. So they are ready to go where I have planned for them in the brain fog quilt. And then we have all of the 9 patch blocks that I was also working on that day. And somebody has his claw dug into my leg down there. So we have all of those completed, and they are ready to be placed on the background as well. And to get ready for this coming week, I have the strip sets for the other blocks that are to go on the background, randomly stitched and cut, ready to go. I think there were 18 fat quarters in this next part that I had to press and cut, and hopefully I won't drop any of these. It may be hard getting these into view, but all the strips are cut for that, and they need to be subcut yet into 6.5 inch units to also go on the background of the brain fog quilt. And then I have these from the charm squares left to be used in part of that. And I've also been hanging on to the leftover fabrics as I go along, because I still will be designing and don't know how those may need to be used, but we still have the fabric to be able to work with. So that is coming along very nicely, and I hope you are enjoying that process along with me. It's really fun, and I think it's going to be a very exciting quilt once it is completed. Sorry, keep turning my side to you. But of course, the other thing that I have been working on is, the small market basket is completed. I did, while waiting for the blue yarn to come in, started one in red. And yes, the blue yarn did come in. I had thought I did, yeah. I've got that setting over there. Let me grab it real quickly. Oh, sorry about that. But this is the yarn that I was waiting on. So now I do have all the yarn that I will be using on the one for our crochet along that will be starting this coming week. And a lot of that will be done in the Facebook group. so that I will have time for the other videos as scheduled and don't need to throw in a bunch of extra videos. But some of that will also be on the channel, and a lot of it will also be in the Facebook group, possibly a couple Zooms for those that are crocheting along, so that we can do that together. And then you may see over here I have some awesomeness going on over here. So I am going to skip ahead just a little bit and talk about what is coming up on my channel very, very soon. And you know, I've been talking about a secret. There's been a few little tidbits of it that have gotten out of the bag here and there, so part has not been kept as secret as it should have been, but I'm ready to reveal what that secret is. And that is, I will be doing a new series starting July 2nd. Yes, that's Tuesday, July 2nd at 8 p.m. It's going to be an evening live. And the name of that series is going to be, let me get this right, it is going to be An Evening of Enchantment Under the Stars. And that is going to be a series of me piecing the Enchanting Stars quilt by Jacqueline Dijon. Yes, our beautiful and wonderful Jacqueline Dijon of BeColorful.com. And this is the quilt that I will be doing. Helps if we hold it up correctly. So that is the quilt that I will be doing and sharing in a series called an Evening of Enchantment Under the Stars. And I have some very special things and planned for that. Maybe a few special guests. But I've finally got that finalized, and you will see that there is already a notification of that in my channel under the upcoming live streams. So, and just want to add to that, it will not be a tutorial, it will not be a stitch along. She is very specific about not doing tutorials, not teaching her patterns, because she has a certified teacher program, and she only has, it's 3 or 4 certified teachers that are allowed to teach or do tutorials on her patterns. So it will just be me stitching along on it, sharing some great enchantment under the stars while that is going on, and letting you see my progress as I go along, and having a good stitch and chat in the evening with that. So these are some of the beautiful, beautiful fabrics. There are, let me see, there are 29 fabrics included in this, and I will try and pick some of those up to share with you. And it's folding over, but those are some. Need to keep them in order until I get them into my filing system. These are some of the others, and then we have these beautiful ones, and we have the black and white and the little stripe that's included in there. So have that all ready to go. And the first, talking with my back to you again, excuse me, the very first episode of that in the series will be an introduction, and as I said, that will be Tuesday, July 2nd at 8 p.m. So hope a lot of you will join me and see all that I have planned for that awesome series. And of course, now it is time for what you have all come to love, my mail call. So what did I get in the mail? I'm going to tell you, not as much as normal, which is a good thing because remember, I'm not supposed to be getting as much. So this is from, let me see, it is from So Thankful Incorporated, and that is where I get the pantographs for my long arm when I'm using pantographs. And I have a autumn quilt from last year that has some pumpkins and stuff on it, and I got this beautiful pumpkin vine and ribbon pantograph that I plan on using on that quilt. And then because I love coffee and I have a lot of little table runners, some coffee themed wall hangings and stuff to quilt, I got this one that is called Coffee Clouds, and it's the steam coming up from the coffee cups. So those I received in the mail this week. And then I also finally, and I do mean finally, I know there are some of you others out there that are receiving things, monthly subscriptions very, very late from Fat Quarter Shop. And I did finally, what is this, the end of June? We have somebody up here trying to get into my fabric. I guess he thinks he's going to be a quilter. He's a whip, a work in progress. I'm not a quilter yet. But I finally got the April Fat Quarter Bundle subscription that I subscribed to. And this is the end of June almost. So way behind in that. But I did finally receive them, and this is the Lori Holt collection. I just wanted some of those colors to throw in with mine. No particular quilt in mind. I just like some of the colors and fabrics that are in there. And then I also, as you know, have been doing the Quilting, and I decided I would like to order some pieces of sari fabric. So I did order that. It came straight from India, and that is what is in this bag. I'm not going to show them all to you because there are several here, and they are very, very, very thin. They are from India saris, not the African type ones, but beautiful fabrics, and I'm going to figure out a way to be able to incorporate those in some of the quilting that I do. So those are beautiful. And then something came up in one of the chats that someone shared, and I think I'm trying to find the one that, yes, this is the one that was shared, not in this color, but decided that, yeah, I think that was designed for me. I suffer from, sorry about that, MPD, which is multiple project disorder. Definitely, definitely the shirt for me, don't you think? So I ordered that, but while I was there looking for that, of course, I found a couple others that I thought were appropriate. And this one is, you know you're a quilter when you're planning your next 5 quilts and you haven't, let me see, haven't finished the one you're working on. So this is purple, not blue, by the way. So I guess I am definitely a quilter. And this one is also very appropriate, as Whip has been wandering and dancing around my legs this entire video. This is A Woman Cannot Survive on Sewing Alone. She also needs a dog. So we have whip and stitches that fill that very nicely. So that, believe it or not, is all of mail call for this week. So there you have everything that I have been doing in the cottage this week, with the exception of all the organizing that has been going on, because of course that's a little bit hard to show you at this point in time. But I will have a special viewing of the Stitching Cottage once again when all of that is done. So thank you everyone for sharing part of your weekend with me. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Everyone stay safe, have a lovely evening, and remember, in the meantime, I can keep you in stitches. Happy stitching everyone. Bye-bye.